Hi Diabetes United, I'm Kate, and today in your kitchen I'm doing my charred eggplant and broccolini salad. It is easy, delicious, and it is a vegetarian dish, but I don't think you'll miss the meat. So to get started, I'm just gonna chop up my eggplant. And when I cook eggplant, and particularly when I char eggplant, it's very important to salt your eggplant first. Now, I've actually done a couple of these previously, and I don't know if you can see, but you can actually see once you put a little bit of salt on them, they actually start to draw out some liquid. Now, we don't want that liquid because it's sort of like a bitter juice, so I'm gonna paper towel those down and actually salt these ones as well. So put these guys to the side, and you don't need much salt, but you do need to pop it all over the flesh. So I'm just gonna do a tiny little sprinkle. Now, this process of the water coming out of the eggplants does take about 15 minutes. So be patient, and you can go and prep some other things while we're here. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of salt on all of those. I'm gonna pop those to the side for a minute. And I've got some broccolini. So both the eggplant and the broccolini are going to be going onto my barbecue. Now, if you don't have a barbecue, just use a griddle pan, anything that you can get quite a lot of heat in. So that barbecue's preheating, and I'm just going to trim up the woody ends of these. And if they're any of the big ones, I'm just going to split them up a little bit. Beautiful. So those look really good there. Now, I do want to show you just how to kind of take that moisture out of your eggplant. So you can see I've got some paper towel here, and you can see that there's a little bit of liquid there. So just dab very gently all of that liquid off, and you can actually see how much bitter juice is coming out of these eggplants. So those guys look really good now. Now, to pop them onto the barbecue, I'm just gonna give all of the veggies a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, just like this. A crunch of pepper. So making sure that you're getting them very, very liberally seasoned. Beautiful. So we've got the pepper on there and a little tiny sprinkle of salt. Now, bearing in mind, you've already salted them, so they already have a little bit of seasoning. So we only need a tiny little bit. Now, this is all ready to go out to the barbecue. So I'm gonna take this and out to the barbecue. You wanna start your eggplants on the skin side first. Broccolini is only gonna take 1 or 2 minutes, so I just put that on afterwards. Cook them on the skin side for a couple of minutes. And then you want to turn it onto the actual flesh side of the eggplant. Maybe give it 1 or 2 minutes and then turn it onto the other side. If you've got colour and your eggplants are soft and charred, you're ready to roll. So there are my little beauties from the barbecue. Now that is about as much char as you want. You can go a little bit further, but I still think you want the integrity of the vegetables. So what I also need to do just to get ready for the salad is I need to toast some sesame seeds, which I've actually already done. So that's them there. I'm gonna chop up some of these spring onions, just finely, because they're part of the salad as well. So we'll just chop maybe 3 or 4 of them, and I kind of like to use the full spring onion, but maybe not right at the whites. That's probably enough. I'll just pop these in this lovely bowl here. So I've got the spring onions, I've also got some finely chopped green chili, and I've also finely chopped 4 radishes, so they're all gonna go into the salad. So we've got all of the salad components, but now we've got to make my miso tahini dressing. I've got some white miso. There's 2 different types of miso. You can have red or white. The white is what we're going to use for this recipe. So Just gonna pop that into the bowl there. I've also got some, this is hulled tahini. It's just a sesame paste. You get it in a jar. You can sometimes get it in the health section of your supermarket or like the international section of your supermarket. That's also gonna go in. Beautiful. Some finely grated ginger. Just a little bit. I've also got some rice wine vinegar. We have got some low GI honey, so I'm just going to pop that in there as well. That just is, that's sort of the sweet note against all of that savory. To bring a little bit of sour in, I've got some lime juice there that I've already pre-prepared. Because the miso and the tahini are very thick, I just put a little tiny bit of water in. So I'm gonna need to whisk all of that up. So I'm just gonna give that a quick little whisk, and it should all come together pretty easily. So you can see that it's sort of thickening up, and you want it to be, you don't want it to be gluggy, but you certainly want it to be runny. So you need to have it sort of in a consistency that you can pour. And you can see that I've got a little bit of lumps in there, so I'm just going to give that a bit of a vigorous whisk. Got that runny element to it, but it's not like liquid, so it's a bit thicker than that. So you can see that that's all come together, and then just a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil as well. And look at that. Now you can't taste it, but it's really a beautiful, unique kind of taste. And with the eggplant and the broccolini, it will absolutely make your taste buds sing. So I'm going to put a little bit of this dressing in the center of the bowl. And this is the way I like it. You can honestly do it however you like it. And then I'm going to lie two of these little beauties down in the middle. Some of my charred broccolini. I've just got some lettuce leaves, mesclun, whatever you like. You can use whatever little green bits that get you going. And then it's just about getting the garnish on. So we'll do some spring onions. We'll throw a couple of those on there. Yum. Now my wife is an enormous chili fan, so we'll put a couple of those on there for her. And then just a final sprinkle of sesame seed. Obviously the tahini's got sesame, and this is just going to give that lovely little crunch element. This is my charred eggplant and broccolini salad. You will not miss the meat on this one, I promise you. And that miso tahini dressing is absolutely addictive. I really hope you enjoy this one.